Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Oh yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go. It's been way too long. We here to talk about some games. I got Cooper Blurtish. Say what's up.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Check us out on the Blurtish Podcast. You find us on multiple platforms.
Word up, word up. So before we get started, Coop, are you playing anything tonight, or you not playing them right now?
My addiction to Marvel Rivals never waned. In fact, it got so bad I haven't finished games. I'm like 90% on. I'm sorry, Yakuza, I've done you so wrong. I need to finish you up before I get ready for maybe Mario Kart, but we'll get more into that. Maybe, because there's some issues going on. But yeah, Marvel Rivals is season 2.5. Ultron is out. They
season 2.5 already.
Yeah, man. Like seasons are coming in 2.5-3 month intervals. They're gonna release a new hero. At least every 3 months, you get in a new hero, if not less than that. Supposedly, let's see how they continue this situation. But man, if the skin sales are in the indicator, because good people just don't buy skins no more. People buy skins. Look, they finally got me. I bought one skin, and this is why. And it was like I don't know if it was a PlayStation special. It was the Hyper Orange Venom pack. Now I didn't get the twerk emoji. That's extra. But it was only $2.99. But you you get this bundle, and they make you play through it. So it's cheap. You immediately get the orange suit, but you get other stuff with it. And they give you a free costume token when you win 3 matches every single day. So basically, for $2.99, I got 2 skins. That's dirt cheap. When they cost
good point.
$10 to $15. So I became a penny lord recently. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get the blue Venom, the blue mech suit. You know, she got the braids, and I like blue because I don't really like all that Iron Man red. And the yellow, the mustard and ketchup. So she got
the mustard, not the McDonald's suit.
Yeah, I like to get rid of that, But so I got rid of it. So it's like $2.99. And honestly, I kind of like it's summertime, y'all. Hyper Orange Creamsicle Crush Venom. If you play Marvel Rivals 1, especially on PlayStation, the special Venom, they had a little bit of an extra advantage to beat you up. That's kind of the reference. Now, we all know where that orange Venom come from. They cannot say it in Marvel Rivals. So, people know, but they cannot mention Capcom, obviously. Because that's extra, that's money they ain't trying to pay. But that don't mean they can't make an orange Venom, and they did. But it's fun getting the skins, and now they have Future Foundation. Well, they showing Mr. Fantastic some love. Like Spider-Man, all Spider-Man suits will be in the game. The Future Foundation one is coming, and I'm playing the combat chess now, the free parts. And if you play so much, I will get the futuristic Reed Richards. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really care about the Marvel Rivals creators or artists. I got to give NetEase this. Some of their interpretations is so much better looking than the comics that it don't even make no sense. Like where they just pull stuff out their mind. They got Mr. Fantastic with some, I don't know, virtual shades. They let his hair go all the way gray. I think his beard is a little more shaved. So they got, he look kind of crazy because in the storyline he's just stressed out. But he got the Future Foundation suit, and then it kind of changed colors when he twists with his body from white to black to white. It's dope. And me, I am a Reed Richards player because I hate Spider-Man in this game. Love Spider-Man. This game, Spider-Man is the most annoying player. Can be one of the most annoying players. Because he swear he is going to roll you in the back line. But, I had to actually mess over one with Jeff. Look, I'm on the back it's one of the Wakanda stages. So I'm trying to just minding my business. Here comes Spider-Man.
Trying to chill.
I'm trying to just heal my teammates. I'm not trying to, do no one trick, steal on people. But Jeff now they fixed Jeff where they made him less DPS, but his spray that heals now heals and hurt and pierce. So this dude, he got the bag head Spider-Man costume.
Oh,
so I had to treat him like the bag head.
Oh,
he gonna try to punch me. I'm spraying him. And then I actually, y'all, sometimes y'all, if I beat you in Marvel Rivals, I will go back and look at the replay and laugh for my own purposes. I popped the ultimate. He jumped down into the whirlpool, got ate up, hit him on the back wall, and sprayed him and killed him. And he way on the other side from his team. So he went 9-6. So I made his life a living hell. But anyway, that's just what I've been playing. But I guess we'll get into some quick topics, y'all. I'm gonna get into the big one. Nintendo Switch orders from various places are vanishing. Somebody saved the orders. There is no definitive answer as to why. I mean, the real answer is that it's probably some weird hocus pocus or greed. Greed is the basis of this thing, no matter what. They probably over ordered what they thought, or they guesstimated on their inventory, and then they start getting inventory. Or people with bots, crooks with bots are never ending. They always trying to snipe something because they had to do extra special protections to try to keep the people from buying all the inventory to put on eBay and all that to raise the price up to 1,000, which some of them have done. To do crazy stuff like that. I think they've been working overtime to steal your orders. I think that's the number one thing. The stuff that they would do when the order come out, they're working hard to do it. And I think it's just messing up and hacking the systems. Like Target was so bad, Target just gave up during the pre-orders. It's like, all right, we out. Like Best Buy was working.
I mean, Target was built to fail. You know what I'm saying?
Look, hey, ask their CEO about it. Other things with it is just that. So that's happening. I do think number one, they let too many orders go than what was actually there, even on a guesstimate. Now that more realistic things are coming out. Also, another controversy, the side note, part B of this, they actually had when they got the Switches, they had pictures of them come out where they were just like locked up in a cage in Walmart on the floor, not in the back. So people made content on that. That alerted people to all this stuff. That got a lot of people angry. So if they are locked up like that, and some of them wasn't really, really locked up, then here comes the third part of it. I don't think it's a lot being stolen, but some being stolen right now. Because somebody, I think one dude talking about he got it. He talking about he ain't afraid of Nintendo. I don't know how his legal system, is up. Maybe he got a good lawyer, but he might not be making content very soon. But it's like, okay, you just had to do this flex. All right, good luck to you, because Nintendo will be reaching to you very soon. So, shout out to my table mate. He works at Walmart. And he's like, yeah, they probably walking in his thing. He said he ain't seen him yet at his location yet. I said, you ain't seen him? I said they just last week had pictures of him locked up in cages in certain places. I don't know. But the bottom line, what this all means is that the number that they thought they probably took in orders is probably, I'm gonna say, let's just say 10 to 15% more than what was actually going to be shipped to them. Then when you got what's shipped to you, just say I know Walmart is pretty dynamic with their shipping and logistics because that's how big boys are. So let's say they're keeping track of this number and it just somehow just vanished. So let's say you lose about 10 out of 100, or you're losing 15 out of 100, or maybe less than that. So what you think gonna happen? Pre-orders canceled.
Megadeth. That's what's gonna happen.
It's like, so I don't know. There's no answer to this. That's just my speculation of what's happening. I don't think it's that much death. That would be wild if it was more just a lot of people stole it. I think they just got unorganized, got greedy, got the big eye, took a bunch of orders and see oh, we gonna see what happened, and like maybe we get some extras, maybe we do this. And it's like, why don't you have a system that can simply protect the consumer from bots stealing it, but also have a system that locks yourself out from over pre-ordering? You should never have to be able to pre-order more than what you are given a value to have. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm just speculating here. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I got a feeling that can happen. Because let's face it, when people sell like concert tickets, hotel rooms, they can get overbooked.
Sure.
I don't know how that happens. They be like, "Oh, we oversold. I'm sorry. You had to pay the same much as for." Too bad. Either you can't return this, or you can return it, and that's on you. Or you can go enjoy the show and be bumped up shoulder to shoulder with people. Or you can't, or you just get your money back. So on one hand, if I don't know if I lose my order yet, like my coworker, I'm picking up his. He's like, if I lose my order, I'm fine. I just bought a new card. But he's like, if you get it though, I'm gonna buy it. Yeah. I was like, okay. So I said, you sure? I said, I'll sell it to somebody. He's like, no. Said, if you get it, I'll take it. But I ain't gonna be mad if I don't get my order. I said, all right. I said, I'm just gonna wait. I'm not hyped one way or the other. Like I said, I made up my mind to buy it because I had money specifically saved for it from selling stuff, as I mentioned before. If I do lose the order, I might still go to the midnight release just in case. And I'm kind of just curious to see what this might look like at Best Buy. Because I'm literally like an interstate stop away from my house from a Best Buy. Like, that's just right around the corner in the other neighborhood. So, I'm less than 10 minutes away from Best Buy and Target. Not going to Target though, because whatever. But, I am curious. They have piqued my curiosity on Wednesday night, I think at 11 p.m. here, if I should peek my head in. GameStop, the one down for my street, is kind of garbage. I don't know. And I don't trust them.
That's cold, man.
I just don't trust. I just don't believe in them, at all. I don't believe that they're gonna be open, even if they say they're gonna be open. I think it's a crappy parking lot. I feel like if I was to get robbed at any which one, it would be GameStop before Best Buy. And even though GameStop is not in a bad neighborhood, but it's the part where the way that it's across from Walmart. I just feel like if somebody wanted to wait behind, they can kind of get you at GameStop. Best Buy, I believe that I think the sheriffs are gonna be at Best Buy. I think they're gonna have it well lit, presented, and I feel like you'll be a little more safe and secure. It's sad to think that people might get you
secure from all alarms, boy. I tell you that.
But GameStop, I don't know. There's only one fact because most GameStops are. I don't think most of them gonna be open. But
GameStop ain't gonna last. It's you know what? They've been holding on though. They've been holding on.
They've been holding on. On one hand, just as a person, I don't like to see people lose their jobs. The people who don't deserve it. The day-to-day people.
Yeah. The regular people ain't the issue.
Yeah, the cashiers. But as a organization, they need to. I ain't gonna say they need to go, but they ain't gonna better hold on. Nintendo was their last bastion of hope, and Nintendo said, hey, get these game cards, you better try to treat them like regular games, and eventually, newsflash, we only doing that because y'all whine so much. It did lower the price of development. People are speculating in the mid-generation refresh, you will see a digital-only Switch 2. Once that happens, that is the signal end of this, of physical. And I'm not happy about it. I like physicals, but I have gotten more convenient. As an indie game buyer, you can't get an indie game worrying about, I'll just read the physical. That's pretty first world privilege to think that these indie companies can afford to waste money on producing that plastic. And I hate the retro. I ain't gonna say I hate the retro gamer because I could be a retro gamer, but I'm a realistic retro gamer. It's about playing the game. I don't care to collect. That's me. I'm kind of the outlier. I'm not trying to pretend to be a collector and blah 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 and all that. They're just like the the person who collect vintage cars or the person who became a Hot Wheels collector. It's always that collector or something that's telling you what you ain't got, and they not even all the way enjoying the stuff. Shout out to the dude. He was on some video. He played with his Hot Wheel toys. He got a whole, or he's so rich, he got a whole warehouse for his Hot Wheel stuff. But he balling though. So he said, every week I go play with my Hot Wheel toys and it make me happy. He's like, I'm 63. He got track set up. Like, okay, I can kind of almost dig that. But I just don't believe these video game dudes are playing. Nah. They don't even open some of the games. Like, and I feel like that's just like, I don't know about you. You know, they still like, I just don't understand these folks who, shout out to Retro Rick again. You know, dude was about to pay $16,000 for Stadium Games, which is a rare NES game, but it's an 8-bit game for your collection. But you talking about Nintendo has lost their way over 450 things, which people talking about, I'm gonna boycott. They ain't gonna get none of my money. Like, shut up. They might not get your money because they might not have none to sell because they gonna sell out. Like, you ain't got this. That is the weakest confirmation of I'm boycotting something. You can't boycott something you can't get. Like, that's not how a boycott works. That is not hurting their pocket. Boycott is when you're trying to see Target, okay? Ask their CEO about it. Like I just said, if you want to understand how a boycott works, see what Black people are doing to Target for being for FAFO. They did that and they found out, and now they crying. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you and the random, I ain't gonna do this in these gaming comments about Nintendo because you feel like they don't deserve to try to upgrade their prices a little bit to give you better quality. That's the weird, like, that's so weird. Y'all will pay all these money. Y'all will pay money for old Nintendo stuff by a third market because some collector told you such and such, but you mad at Nintendo themselves for finally coming into the new age with new technology. And they still underpriced, to be honest. It's silly. I can't say nothing else, but I'm gonna move on from that. I just had to throw it out there. That will be an ongoing saga. We'll find out if I have not got my stuff stolen by bot, you know, and whatnot. But other major news, I guess, kind of going to that. That happened a couple of weeks ago. This was funny. Randy Pitchford, the guy who makes Borderlands 4, told y'all, like, look, I can't tell you our game is gonna be 80. I can't promise you it ain't gonna be 80. He's like, basically, like, he's like, look, when I wanted a game that was $80, and I'm glad he did kind of say this. He's crazy. He's like, hey, I wanted it. I worked hard. I went and got it. I don't agree with him, but what he did confirm is that this ain't new with these high-priced games. And sometimes the stuff went down when the technology happened, but cartridges was making stuff get high. Some computer things were extra high. So he's kind of basically like, y'all, this is a person who runs Borderlands. I think he kind of, as wild as he might be, I think he kind of knows some things that's coming. Y'all, if y'all don't like $80 games, there's only one way to stop it. Y'all en masse need to not buy video games. You need to not buy AAA games. You need to quit buying the overpriced remake, which I ain't gonna say is overpriced because some of the stuff has been added to it. But if you keep saying they keep feeding us slop, but you keep buying said slop and said non-new original idea, they're going to feed it to you with shovelfuls. Mm-hmm. So I don't like them, the same people that get mad like in GTA 6. Like, how you gonna get mad at GTA 6, but you done bought Final Fantasy 7 like 7, I don't know how many times. Every part of Final Fantasy 7. All the Resident Evil 4, 5, and 9, whatever remakes. The Last of Us Part 2, 3, Part 7 remakes. You know, speaking of Sony, they got a state of play tomorrow. So let's see how that goes. But you know, unfortunately, a lot of companies are still laying people off. A lot of things going on. So again, the only way to course correct something economically is for not to reward them with your money. Y'all are not going to do that. And I'm not even saying our listeners here. I'm not saying y'all, because we know better. And if y'all want to buy something, you feel you deserve it, cool. But you know them people, some of them folks out there of the less melanated and loud quality, who make who make a big deal out of nothing. They don't fight for no human rights, but an $80 Mario game. I'm mad. Oh, how dare you make Mario Kart, such and such, blah blah blah. But it was still like, you had to catch it on sale. It was just $40 only on Mario Day, and that's digital. So I'm saying, y'all, like, what do you expect? They're leading with their people. This is an example of how when you make it, let's say when you were down bad, let's say you from high school, middle school, college, you're poor, you're broke, you might have had a little gut, but then you went to the gym, you start working out. Mike loved them workout stories. You may not get a six-pack. You get from a gut, you got a 4-pack, or you just solid. You got bigger,
got the guns,
arms. You got the guns. You ain't Mr. Universe, but you might look like, you look good in a suit or something.
Yeah.
Or hey ladies, or you look good in your dress. You got lost the fupa. You had the baby. Now you working on you. You bring it back, and then they see you. Your old classmates be like, well, you look better, but you ain't all that. Who has come across that?
Always want to hate.
It's like they are treating Nintendo. Wait, you messed up the Wii U. Like the Wii U been so long. Like y'all, the Switch is such a successful.
Somebody got to go like a decade back on you. You good,
bruh? It's literally almost a decade. The Switch again, player base is so large. What have we said? What have we ever since they released the Nintendo Direct? What has been coming out from the developer side? Thank you, Nintendo. We can't wait to bring our games to your system. And we're going to do game key cards, and we don't give a damn about these people crying about physical, about the pure physical, the pure physical. And me and my co-worker, shout out to William if you're listening. I know you don't, but we laugh about this all the time. William be like, yeah, they haven't really started putting a full game on the system since PlayStation 2. Like for the bulk of PlayStation 3, the game was on the disc. But newsflash, patches was coming in on PlayStation 3 at the end of the cycle. PlayStation 4, maybe that you'll get like the bulk of the game, but games got so big. Y'all, if y'all want movie quality, realism, and all this stuff, people cannot laser disc all of that onto a regular one disc. Every game will be dual disc if they do that. And then guess what they're going to cost? $70. There's no way around it. If you want physical costs, because you have to physically make it. You have to, and then mass produce it. And that if a game key card can reduce that price for developers, like this is just pure business in the sense of, hey, you know what? We got new tech. Can we reduce the cost of things to make our stuff more efficient? Or if we don't, maybe I gotta fire everybody. I'm saying I kind of rather people keep their job, be able to grow their creativity, and then if I'm a dinosaur, I am not computer savvy, y'all. Trust me, I've been having hell with this ISP. I finally fixed my internet. Glory to God for letting me fix this and figure it out as much as I could, because it was hell. Shout out to Cox, but also I got my eye on you, Cox, because y'all be lying. But, it's better. But at the same time, so if I can adjust, but, then I know you people with all that money.
What do you mean,
these computers? You people with all that money got every last bit of tech out there. Got a $5,000 phone, but y'all crying about a game system of the 500 because you somehow feel that game company shouldn't dare reach for the stars or whatever. And it's weird because it's the most successful game company. They're not small. I don't know why they treated Nintendo like they're the small people the small agent that could. They are literally the 6th most valuable company in Japan. Do you know what that means?
They only sell one thing. It's not like they're diversified.
Well,
It's not
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
for the
It's not
most
like
part,
Sony where they like sell TVs and
yeah.
toasters and stuff. They just make games. That's it.
Basically, everything is game that they make is games and it's game related, from the theme parks to the movies or whatever. So they might have did some, I guess what the word is, vertical scaling. I don't know if it's hard. No, it's I would say vertical because it's not even going side to side. It's still related to what they do. Sony makes everything. Sony eventually gonna start making cars, or they're gonna have partnerships to do, electric cars. That's gonna happen. Like give it about 10 years. But it's already talks of like who they're trying to get, like Sony try to get into everything. Microsoft is going to make cars. Or they're gonna are they making the systems for like some work trucks and robots and stuff. So if they can slap a operating system in it and you can drive it or control it, these companies are trying to be in it. Just regardless of what's going on right now. So it's just, I wonder, like, gamers, y'all, I know I sound like a broken record. Read news, like for real. Take a moment, read the news, read what's going on in the real world, and learn how it actually relates to the money you're spending. It don't even take that much work, y'all. Like, you ain't got to be a super auditor. I wasn't the best auditor when I was auditing. That's why I stopped auditing. I like finance and all that, but you will be so much ahead of the game and knowledgeable. And that goes for our fellow movie reviewer blurs and nerds. Trust me, Bob Iger said what he was going to do about 2 years ago. What is Disney doing now? They done laid off I don't know how many people. They said they were going to cut costs. Like, that man did not stutter. He's like, we are going to shrink the cost. The profit is going up. They're like, Nintendo's actually, Nintendo and Disney kind of similar. They're cutting costs and things are going up. But bottom line is that people have a weird view of how they project their view upon a company, and it's like Nintendo might be the Yakuza and run Japan secretly. You never know. Like, and then,
I can see that.
Look, and then the yen is actually weaker in Japan. Like, Japan's going through a financial crisis. Like, it's bad right now. Like, that's why they opening up their borders. That's why so many people are moving over there, because they got a lot of housing that they can't fill. So, like, some of their people are leaving out, and even like their fellow Asians in Asia don't necessarily come into Japan for whatever, because Korea feel like they balling right now, and you got other places that's doing good. They like, we own right now, so we ain't got to move to Japan. Like, they might go to Japan to go do a work thing. They may not even want to.
They're like, I don't have to go there. I'm good.
Like Tokyo, man. Tokyo has been a world-class city, forever. But like, it's been booming since like the 60s. But like since the 70s, Tokyo's been on fire. You know what I'm saying? That's where I was one of the places where models go and other stuff.
Yep.
Music. Like, you had
the fashion capitals of the world.
Yeah. You had to go through Tokyo. You still do.
You got to go.
But Korea, you got Seoul, like, hey, Tokyo, I'm right on your doorstep. So I'm just saying, Japan is in the situation. They lucky they got started before these other countries are catching them. And and China does weird stuff that, however their government wants it, they can put whoever they want to work on when they want to do something, just because. And even they're starting to kind of come up on the gaming side. So I'm just saying, Japan, like, Nintendo is not like weak like people think. Like, they have this perception of what they are, when they are one of the strongest companies in their home country. And also, people, they create these games for their country first. They actually probably care about that. They're a global company, but they want to always have face in their country.
Yeah.
I just look at the way people be talking, like, they not worried about you, American consumer. They just want to make money off of you. If they don't have Japan would rather. I think they still are the mindset that they do not want to lose their home country. Even though I know all the Western companies will sell out their own country in a heartbeat, as long as the money is pouring in. But I feel like, philosophy-wise, I think a lot of Asian and Far East companies do not want to lose their base in their homeland, because that's their homeland. They just like, hey, we're here. And then it's a homogenous type of country, so you really have pride in it. You know what I'm saying? So That's just me rambling about Nintendo, but the weird consumer, the American consumer is weird. Like,
yeah, y'all need to make up your minds.
Like you do. Like, understand that they don't even know. Act like what's a foreign company? It's not an American company. It's not gonna always jive with your.
And stop acting like corporations owe you something.
They don't. Oh, bruh. The word. What's the phrase they say now? It was they've been writing it because I know somebody said it and they just copy and paste it. Your corporate greed was a mistrust of the buyer, something. If they didn't break your actual consumer rights, and I'm not pro-government, pro-corporate, trust me. Yes, it's evil, but they never said we're going to. If they never said, "Oh, we're keeping this thing at this price," and blah blah blah, then there's no way to hold them accountable for that. Like, that's not gonna hold up in law. Mm-hmm. When they literally said due to the tariffs, which do have an effect on people, but yeah, they love to believe. They still be like, it wasn't about the tariffs or the orange man. It was just about corporate greed. Y'all, you're right, but you're wrong at the same time. How you gonna get mad at corporate greed, but then this dude is talking about tariffs? How are you gonna expect one large entity that likes to make money, even though they're doing it in a weird way, and the other large company not to hit back? That's like I hit Mike in the face and he just sit there and take it. No, Mike is gonna punch me back. Not only Mike might punch me back, he might get a running start, do a flying kick, and tell you, "Oh, you thought you had it sweet, thought it was over, thought you had it easy, huh?
Thought it was over, did you?"
Then I'm gonna go beat up your soft crew in the background because I'm gonna take the money out their pockets because they want to give it to me anyway, and they ain't getting no breaks. So I'm just saying, like, I laugh at it, but yeah, Randy Pitchford, man, I'm sorry I went on a rant, but I'm just saying, all this relates that people are thinking these things aren't going to happen. I just know I've already pre-made up my mind. I'm probably not getting a PlayStation 6. I don't even want to hear about no rumor about no PlayStation 6 right now. I don't feel it right now. I might be joining Mike as a computer and Nintendo gamer. Because if Nintendo go make games with enough power, all right, you got me. And you keep it portable. And I ain't got to format none of the games to play them. I ain't got to do nothing crazy like I had to do with my internet service provider to play this game. All I got to do is flick a button on. Y'all. Or get a one download patch, and I'm going to be able to play what I want to play for this system. So it's only going to go up from here for me as a soon-to-be 44-year-old man. Ain't going to be much more fidelity that I can take in these things, y'all. Like, I'm not going to need it to rock me to sleep. I ain't going to need the AI to be my best friend and my buddy. That we had weird movies about dolls and stuff.
So you don't want to get your own Megan?
No, I don't want my own Megan or my own virtual Megan to tap into my mind. I don't want to be plugged into the Matrix. Like, I don't need this to go much further. I don't want to be, and if you want to get, anime specific, I don't need to do a sword art online while I'm playing a game and then a terrorist trap me into a virtual world and talking about if you wake up, or unplug you, die. I don't want that. I'm just saying, I just want to have fun and play a game, not worry about my rank, not worry about I'm a fake pro. I just want to have fun to break away from this evil world that y'all orange friend is helping. I'm saying he's all of it. He's a good chunk of it in this country. And, messing up your dollars. He mess up your entertainment dollars. You can't even escape from that. I'm just saying. Y'all think the tariffs are starting to kick in. Shout out to Mark. Mark told me about it, how he was trying to order some medicine. I'm like, God damn it, the tariffs are really real, huh? Like, yeah, unfortunately. It's like, so if you can't get smaller things that's not already in this country, you're going to have problems. Like, there's a reason why people want to get this first wave of Nintendos, because the second wave, after they have to reproduce, if they don't move all productions to, like, say, Vietnam, and then you can't just up and move all your production to one country.
True.
So there's that. Then two, he could just simply say, all right, Vietnam tariffs are $100 or 100% enacted. Like, what if Nintendo look at Orange Man funny and his feelings get hurt? 100% tariffs. Well, then you're doomed. Then that's it. It's Nintendo might be like, all right, forget this country for a while, or you gonna pay the price. But then the YouTube grifters will be like, it's Nintendo, not the president. How? Please make that make sense. And again, what did we say before? Nobody can just go off the whims of a madman. I gotta kind of stay a step or two ahead to try to earn profit. I am a publicly, globally traded, stock listed company. I cannot play along with this idiot. Especially he is not my country. Like, it's not my country. It's not like Amazon and look, what is Amazon and Walmart doing? Yelling at his buddy now. They all supported him, and now that he's telling me you need to eat the costs. Okay, let's see how long this lasts. Eat the cost, though. But who is it going to affect? Us. Everybody in the middle. Everybody at the bottom. It's going to affect your prices from that Mario Kart that you swear you don't want to a price of eggs. Because they be like, oh, I need Mario Kart. But then I don't even want no Mario Kart. But they're gonna be coming around somehow. We watching every stream. Gonna be playing it at their friend house.
Then we talk about how great it is.
Can't wait to go to any con to go play it and touch it. I don't know, bro. But other things, gaming things. I know it's gonna be quick. But we can. I know we're gonna start wrapping up because I know you're ready. Probably get ready to get up out of here. Summer Games Fest is in a couple of days, and that kind of relates to the other side, the dark side of the industry. I don't know if we in a crash or if we're about to either boom or bust. I think Nintendo's always going to come out on top just because, and Sony's going to come out on Sony. Like, nobody's really losing if we want to be honest. Sony, again, powerful company in Japan. They might cut business segments, but is Sony ever going to fail? I doubt it. I mean,
I don't see that happening.
They own industries, they own movies, they own music, they own gaming, they own
everything.
Apply everything. And eventually they will be in cars if they already making prototypes or part of the prototype. So Nintendo just does Nintendo. Microsoft does every government contract and service that Amazon don't have. In between, like, those Amazon, them are the biggest, with the servers and cloud services. Microsoft is fine. Like, what's the dumbest thing I saw? People like Xbox need to make up its mind if it's a part of, if it's a gaming company or if it's just a part of Microsoft. I was about to bruh. Again, that's the person who I would love to talk to. Like,
because I see what they're trying to say, but bruh,
I think me and you talked about this.
They're a
division.
They're like a division of another company. So it's like I see what you're saying, but like, bruh, they have way less power than you think they have.
They have zero power. I'll tell you that. They have a budget. And you have this amount of time in your fiscal year.
And Papa Microsoft tell them no all the time.
What's that flow chart? Microsoft is at the top, and then this is what makes up Microsoft: cloud gaming, Xbox, blah blah blah. And there's like an Xbox bubble, but these are just large companies. So yeah, it feels like my Xbox because we fell for the branding. That was like how it was in the 90s, but now you know the dirty truth that it's just a line item in a budget. If you really want to break down to it, Xbox is just, it might have its own patent, it might have its own trademark, like it has several things that me and you and our businesses will have. This business entity,
but they are owned by Microsoft, and
they are Microsoft.
Honestly, they're probably a small part of Microsoft's money too.
Bruh, they are nothing. In fact, they don't really make profit for them. I think they are subsidized, so that's why you think they keep laying closing stuff. Bruh, y'all, simple as this: y'all don't make money in a publicly traded, one of the most traded stocks of all time. People selling Microsoft stock right now. I have Microsoft stock. I'm gonna keep Microsoft stock. That stock, when it boomed, it boomed. I had a friend, he just bought Microsoft stock. He didn't buy that much. And it went from it was like $11. He went back to his account. It had quadrupled over the last 10 years. Or it shot up because the price of it went up. And they are debt. They don't have a lot of debt. The government gives them contracts.
Yeah, they get all kinds of government kickbacks. So that's another thing that helps them. Is all of the government
cash
kickbacks
is flowing. It's just cash flowing into them.
Because trust me, if they didn't get, for instance, if they didn't have the government backing they did, a lot of these companies would be failing.
Yeah, they would have failed. This will be the time they fail.
Yeah,
because they are cutting and hacking and slashing, but they know that they're a big name. They have access to stuff that other people just ain't gonna have access to. So people are going to always line up to get the experience with them.
Because they're too big to fail. It's like, are they too big to fail, or are these your boys?
Both. I mean, ex Bank of America and Chase and all of them, and everybody who got the golden parachute.
I mean, because they be like, these people ain't going nowhere. So Microsoft, they ain't tripping on. They just ain't tripping on Xbox. Not saying that they don't like it, but Xbox, they probably don't take priority when they look at 5-10 year roadmaps.
So, let's look. And this is something I'm gonna mess with you a little bit. This is something, folks who listen to this particular gaming talk. Mike was very pro Xbox should release that handheld. What did I say?
Yep, you said they ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, I said, I don't know. I said, bruh. I said, Phil Spencer is saying these things. I said, this is stuff is he's like, oh yeah, he's that dude at the club. He's giving you that shake and nod, pat on the back. Remember that episode of Atlanta? I'm gonna go get your money. Yeah. Then he hits the trap door and he disappears on you. That is Phil Spencer. So, and that's to be expected. And now all of a sudden, the people who make the ROG, Asus, other companies, they're like, we really are just Microsoft. Daddy Microsoft told Xbox, hey, bro, chill out. What are we? We are a software company. All you need to do is get the Xbox name on something and get the Microsoft operating system on a box. That's all you need. There's your Xbox. Be happy. So they making
once they came out with saying like anything is an Xbox,
that just opened the door, and everybody and all the people who are Xbox fans, which is weird to be like such an Xbox fan. I don't know why people care about the console all that much to make them feel better about themselves. But it's like they're telling you that whatever we need to do, we're gonna do it. And your money be damned. You spent the money. Ha. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's not like they don't care. I mean, you spent the money and you got what you paid for. You bought an Xbox and you got an Xbox.
Some people
this idea like they got scammed. It's like, you got an Xbox. You got an Xbox. You bought one. They gave you what you paid for.
But they like no.
Now, for instance, if they had sold an Xbox and they shipped the system with the same specs as like the Xbox 360 or something, then I'd be like, you know what, they got a point, they got a reason to be angry. But it's like they actually sold you what they said they would sell you, so I don't know what you guys are mad about. And
this is the dirty side of nerdom that I'm starting to worry about. Like maybe it's just, and I'm into nerdy stuff, but again, I went to graduate in accounting, and I have when you black in America, you got to be sometimes real with yourself, and because people gonna let you know what you ain't and what's going on. So we always got our wake up call, regardless if we ask for it or not. They jump in the bed, kick you out the bed, snatch the sheets off of you. But y'all get y'all feelings hurt, whoever you may be. I don't know who you all are. I bet we do. But then they be like, they still crying about exclusives. The only company that's gonna be 100% exclusive
is gonna be Nintendo.
First party, and keyword first party Nintendo games. You're never gonna see Mario in your lifetime.
Mario ain't gonna be a nobody.
Me and you probably gonna be dead before Mario is like on an Xbox or a PlayStation.
Because Nintendo don't need nobody, and people don't like that, but it's true.
Because they be like, I could just put, why they don't do. They ain't go share their flag. They actually like y'all.
They're like, we ain't got money problems.
Are you going to see Mickey Mouse in a Warner Brothers movie? No.
Not without like a grip of like legal work.
The only thing that happened that is never going to happen in our lifetime is Roger Rabbit. That's the only thing that happened. That was like a work of a legal masterpiece. It was well done.
Look up the drama behind that movie. That movie almost didn't get made.
Thank you. The history, like it, and that was out of them when they had love and respect for animators. They don't love them no more. They done fired all the animators. Yeah, they don't even do like that. Ain't even that's a whole nother last century type of vibe.
Because they gonna make all their stuff with AI.
And at best, you're gonna get. I'm shocked they were getting a Batman versus Deadpool comic book. So that only happens. Me too. I thought like, this is.
I was like, they ain't making that for real.
But maybe the two divisions. But again, a lot of people understand. Like when our friends would be like, "Do you see this?" I'm like, DC is a division of Warner Brothers, y'all. Stop this.
DC like, is not like some big company on its own. DC actually probably can't survive on its own on the low.
Well, let me say this, and then when you segment it, DC Comic Books is a segment under DC Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? DC, like all this starts getting segmented. So you talk about a small thing. And Disney got I don't know how many book publishing stuff. So that in Marvel, they just like, all right, y'all. Somebody push for it. They like, you know what? Batman, Deadpool, it's gonna sell.
It'd be all right.
Like, and then all they got to do is split up the money.
Yeah.
Like they're not doing this because they want to make this in our mind. Like y'all want to play with the toys like how we play with it. It's not that way in corporate America. Nah. Like it could be the most Rudy Spooker thing character. They be like, nope. We ain't gonna play in the same sandbox together because we can just try to crush your sandbox and take all your toys, and then we have it. That is the corporate mindset. Like that's what a for-profit company does.
That would be a crazy corporate takeover. Like if somebody messed around and bought Marvel and DC, that'd be wild.
That ain't even Disney ain't gonna.
No, but I'm just saying before all the Disney stuff.
Oh yeah, before
somebody
Disney
bought both of them.
Bro, it was possible. What? Like if somebody had that cash,
it was probably possible around 97 or so.
You know who probably had that kind of cheese? Two people that come to mind. It could have been Turner or AOL. They had the cheese.
Yeah.
And they merged for one of the worst deals ever. Like it was. Look up the Turner deal, y'all. Like it became. They saved themselves, but realistically, Turner, unfortunately, kind of never really recovered. Because they had to sell themselves a couple times, and Turner is of course became a part of Warner Brothers and all that. So yeah, they sold basically Turner stopped being Turner. Even when Ted Turner was alive, he had a little bit of it, but he was crazy with his money, but he was like, all right, I see the money around, I see some suckers around the corner. Y'all give me my billions, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, take these TV things and all this, and now Warner Brothers can't sell TV, then lost the NBA, and they're ruining a good chunk of games. Warner Brothers, if you listen, sell your game division. That's the first on the.
Speaking of basketball, New York, y'all had one job.
Dang, man. You gotta throw it in the New York Knicks face.
New York, man. Y'all could have did it, man. And look, I don't even like y'all. I don't care about the Knicks one way or the other. I know my uncle mad, but but here's my thing. Like, bro, y'all haven't won a championship in forever. This was y'all time to shine, man.
They got stomped out by the Pacers and got their coach fired. They fired Tibbs today.
Dang, man.
Which is funny because Tibbs was good, but Tibbs ain't gonna. Tibbs gonna. He always got that first good year or two, and then by that third or fourth, they just straight.
No, don't be man. Don't be trying to blame. Don't be trying. They couldn't get the job done. It ain't no coach issue.
No, it's not a coach issue.
I ain't gonna try. I ain't gonna try to put it on the coach.
Here's the truth of it. I'm gonna be honest. Shout out to my homie Nappy Beard out there in New York. And I told him, I said, bro, shout out to your Knicks. I didn't think they was this good. I thought they was going home in the first or second round. I thought it was a sham. But they actually did good. But of course, it's all
I thought it was a sham,
bro. Pacers, I didn't think they were that good, to be honest. But shout out to them. But I know it hurt. But the Pacers kind of put their foot up in them. I mean, OKC, I think gonna win. Shout out to my homie Marcel.
Yeah, I don't think Indiana could take. I mean, I guess I don't know.
They would have to play out their minds, whereas everybody at OKC is like it's Spurs-esque. They just it's gonna be consistent 20 points and hella defense. Like you gonna have to play a perfect game. Like Tyler, side note, what's his name? Halliburton ain't gonna be able to just put up no 25. He got to put up 40 because the dude for Oklahoma can put up 40 with ease. Like he gonna have to up at least 10 points more. Solid 30, 35. He put up 25. They probably gonna be getting blown out. And anyway, it'll be over soon.
Anyway, what we got? What we got up last? We got up last?
So we covered Nintendo, covered the 80. I know I kind of put it all in one pot, but it is all one pot. $80 games. Look up Randy Pitchford, all his foolishness. The WB, there's rumors of them. I know they want to sell. Oh, well, before one of the last topics, just real quick, shout out to Open Mind. Mortal Kombat 1, it's dead. It's over.
Yeah, it seems like it's
it's over.
It seems like it's super done.
It is over. They made the definitive edition. They ain't adding no more no real DLC. No, they not adding no more. Because once you make the definitive, Maximilian dude, shout out to him, he covered it, and he was like, this was a shock to him.
No, it won't.
I mean, shock. I mean, he knew of known enough, but he's gonna make his content. But he's like, yeah, this ain't good. He's like, basically, yeah, MK1 is dead.
Dang.
He's like, y'all, this was only a year and a half at best, and it gave us a lot of, or whoever bought it, I didn't care, but a lot of weird DLC. Some of it looked fun, but it's characters that have nothing to do with the Mortal Kombat universe.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much this costs. I guess he said with Megan Fox is in it, or was that Injustice? The rumor is that they might just go back to Injustice. But I think they also rumor they might force Mortal Kombat down our throat till they sell it. Ooh. They're going to abuse it until they get ready to get rid of games. There is all Mortal Kombat
games in general as a division, like WB Games or
WB NRS? Games is. I mean, do they own NRS, or are they licensed to do the games?
Yeah, somebody in the comments. I thought WB owned NRS, but maybe I might be wrong. I was under the impression that they did.
I'll just say this: we better for whoever likes NetherRealm games, you better hope WB don't own them, because unfortunately, you the first in, you the first out. They're the closest to the fire, and I heard that from what they say, the devs are tired of doing Mortal Kombat. Like they kind of wanted this to last a while, and they like, no, destroy it. We can just make another. Like it's not the 90s, y'all. You just can't do more. Nobody really talks about Mortal Kombat 5. Remember? Ooh. Nobody really talks about Mortal Kombat 6. Nobody really talks about 7, 8. In fact, it was a time where
Mortal Kombat was a joke for a second.
Platformer with jacks. Yeah, it was an absolute joke around the end of 4. Honestly,
then X came, and that kind of renewed everything.
I'll say 9.
Maybe 9. 9 came and renewed everything.
And it saved the Mortal Kombat brand.
Yeah.
Injustice was the only thing keeping it going. And lucky Injustice had that with DC, and it just like, all right, we know that y'all Warner and y'all got to do this. But just know Warner is also the same company that just absolutely burned its only live service game that people wanted, Platform Fighter, and they just said, and they handled that so wrong. I'm just saying,
it was horrible how they did that.
Warner Brothers need to sell DC. I know that they're not gonna sell DC, but they need to sell their game division, because the media other than the movies is garbage. It is. You can say what you want about Disney. Disney is starting to find a way. They will get good games made for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't want it. Look, it's all about what have you done for me lately, and Rivals is ruling right now, y'all. Like,
and I mean, that's a Chinese company they got, and that company is probably happy to be like where Rivals is their only thing, because they working so hard on that game. It does not just break. They got to do so much artwork for that game between
they
the costumes.
Just working on curves. That's all they working on.
Bruh, curves and vibes. Like every lady character that Magic and Psylocke gonna have everything. Scarlet Witch gonna have everything. Anytime they wait till next year for Emma Frost. They just getting started with Emma Frost. Look, I got the purple outfit. They gave away free purple stuff because Twitch. They got to deal with Twitch. Like, so basically, they call it the Will of Galacta fits, since she's a big, purple and all that. So they'll be like, hey, we're gonna give Namor a purple outfit this season. We're gonna give this character. So when I say I'm gonna put Rivals down, then they be like, hey, we're gonna give you something free. It's like crack. They give you the first sample free, and then sometimes you may not even have to pay to get your contact high. You just be around and you just interact with it. And I'm gonna eventually have this dope Fantastic Four Mr. Reed skin, and I won't stunt with it when I'm killing Spider-Man, because I have to. Especially if I kill you and you're a Spider-Man player. If I kill you a Reed, I'm going to yell fantastic in the chat because his pit is cold. But I don't know. For Hulk, even Hulk, they got Spider, they got Hulk Punk, which is Robbie, his grandson in the future, who is a friend of Spider Punk. They got Spider Punk. They have Mr. Fix-It. I don't know why I like the suit though. They got Benjamin Grimm and the little indigo fit. We got the camera of that. So I'm just saying, they even got Squirrel Girl summer fits.
Wow, so I'm just summer fits.
I'm telling you, they got the summer outfit. So I'm just saying,
because they be going crazy. They go crazy for the tail. So we ain't even gonna say. We already know. We already know.
Y'all, there's so many. I'm just saying. I follow some Marvel Rivals. I mean, they not just Marvel Rival cosplayers. All I'm saying is that Marvel Rivals probably gonna last a long time. They took whatever Overwatch had, and you combine. Look, I'm gonna say this again. Marvel Rivals is where K-pop, anime, Marvel, first-person shooters all combined. You take and just gaming and just general goonery and a good game, and it's free. And you combine that all in one. Combine that in one gumbo that women play it, kids play it, old dudes like me play it.
While other people trying to make you pay like $30 for a DLC.
Mortal Kombat
for a character that nobody asked for,
or whatever going on in Tekken that y'all talk about, and how they supposedly are just burning down their systems and all that stuff.
Man, so I don't know. Meanwhile, the game that I love, Guilty Gear Strive, is in season 4, chilling.
Look, Guilty Gear got it. Look, Guilty Gear got it right. Like, we're gonna be wacky anime fighter that's well done. Yeah, we're gonna give you the digital butt cheeks too.
Yeah. Oh, they got the butt cheeks. They do.
They already had their wave. They're like, we'll give you another wave, and then we're gonna be solid. So you might see a soul bad guy. Look, and I ain't even know nothing about Guilty Gear. I went to cons. The girl with the big anchor. You saw her. The nun girl. The nun lady.
I'm trying to think of her name. Not Mai. I can't even think of her name now. I had to turn it back on because I was just playing Strive a second ago. I played a couple Unica players. See what she like.
You know what I'm saying? You saw the dude with all that ripped up abs and the fans. He was kind of
Anji.
So, and I'm just saying like this. So if cosplayers, look, some of them can make themselves look just like the character.
Yeah, and then also like
they have done so good.
That is an indicator of how healthy a property is to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? That's another indicator. Like if you see, you know, like say Halloween or at cons and you see a whole bunch of people playing their character, that could be an indicator of like, yo, this show is doing well, or this
Bruh.
game is doing well.
I'm telling you, you used to see Overwatch, like you'll see a Soldier 76, you'll see a Cassidy, you know, you'll see a Diva. They done dropped Diva, poor Diva. She done got dropped for Sue Storm, because you could just put the little bodysuit on and got the lines. Probably by the same company. You can throw that on real quick, put on a wig, you Sue Storm. And or if you depend on your level of craft, you can make, you know, a cheap Squirrel Girl, or you can get wild with Squirrel Girl. And she has, I don't know how many, she got at least 6 outfits. And even she has a punk version now. So you could do, I mean, look, bro. I'm just saying, gamers, devs, I'm just saying, y'all, there's a reason why people want to lower costs. Like things, some people gonna get that boom and bust. Daddy's got a Marvel license, and they're doing right by it. And it's a game where literally everybody is going to kind of come to it that you want.
Shouts out to DC for trying to fake Arrivals. I saw that animation. I saw that artwork. Y'all trying to pretend like y'all got a Rivals game.
Man, don't even do it, DC. What you need to do, hire those dudes y'all fired to let walk who made the Arkham City. Beg them to come back and direct a game for you and make a good one-player experience, and don't lie, because what y'all did with the Suicide Squad, when it was y'all, now that was to me lying in advertising, because y'all didn't show no gameplay. Y'all showed the dope cinematics, and it had the Rocksteady logo on it, and then next thing you know, it's a looter shooter. It's Sunset Drive plus Fortnite, you know, or something similar to that. Like,
yeah,
who asked for this? Why everybody flying around?
Gotham Knights kind of failed too. Oh, I ain't even hold up. Open Mind up in here. I ain't know you rolled through. Hold on, let me see it. Let me see if Open Mind rolled up.
Gotham Knights did fail. It did. It was a better game. It probably was a better game than Suicide. What up, Open
Mind up in here. Let me see. He might be up in here. I don't know if he's playing.
I see him on the screen.
Yeah. Y'all still going?
Yeah, we still going.
Man, you're
about to wrap it up right now.
I done missed the whole damn show.
I done ran my mouth long enough yelling at people. But you know, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let you jump in because I was going.
I don't even know what y'all talking about, man. I've been hitting these waves. I just walked in the door.
We'll do this. We'll end the show on you. We talking about Mortal Kombat and its sad ending.
It's trash, and I'm glad it's ended. Good riddance. God dang it.
Oh man. Said good riddance. Oh man. I didn't charge it. That's my fault.
Oh, you got to charge, man.
Oh man, but it's all good. I'm on the wire. But I usually don't play. Like I usually don't play like any kind of 4-button games with this. So that's why if y'all see me on the screen playing Streets of Rage, like this is not my Streets of Rage controller. This is don't look, my fingers wasn't right.
Retro Mike here with the corded controller.
You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna start a retro page. Nintendo has lost their way.
Nintendo has lost their way while I buy a $500 8-bit Game Boy game or something.
Yo, let me say this real quick. Open mind. Real talk. I think I shared this to you. The same dude, look, I love Retro Rick. I love his channel. This man recently tried to buy one of, if not the most expensive Nintendo game, NES game that's out there. 16 grand for stadium games. It's like a rare thing. Like for the people who like to collect that set, I get it. That's a rare breed of person, good or bad.
Whatever.
But 16 grand. And he felt, and you know what's funny? He was getting griff. He was getting talked about. You ain't got the full set because you ain't got the stadium games. It's so hard to get. His homeboy who has a store just bought it for like that. He got like 3-4. His homeboy got like 3 stores. And he was like, bruh, I got 16 grand. What you gonna do with it? He's like, I just got it. He's like, I ain't even go. He wouldn't even sell it to him. That's how much they want this game to complete the set.
Is this the same dude? Is this the same dude that was crying about the Nintendo Switch price and the price of the game?
Yes, who said Nintendo?
Mm-hmm.
But you got $16,000 to buy.
I mean, man, 8-bit NES game for his own set, not for the.
So basically, all he really did was prove you right, Coop, by it all being Cap and proving me right. Because you know I've been saying this is all Cap from jump. And then I know y'all was talking in the back room in the private chat about this, like last week, about how the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders is sold out.
Yeah,
they sold out. Like ain't no more pre-orders. You got to actually wait till it drop to get you one. You can't get pre-orders no more because the pre-orders are sold out.
It costs too much. But this dude got 60. This ain't the first time. This ain't the first time he tried to go for that elusive game. Because I didn't know about this until I watched this channel. Because you know look, y'all remember Track and Field, right? For NES.
Oh, yeah,
but this is like a different. This is a random weird version by Namco called Stadium Games. It looked like it would have been fun back in the day, but and it's rare because I don't think it maybe failed, so they only made like 200 of the game. And sometimes some old people will be like, "Oh, I have this game." There's even people bootlegging the game, like selling fakes of it. Like now you can replicate 8-bit games now and put it in cartridges and making ROMs work and all that. And people be calling each other out, like they be doing like fit checks for their Nintendo 8-bit Nintendo collections, and he was feeling bad because his people was like, "You ain't got the real set, Rich. You ain't got that one hard to get impossible game." Like, you feel bad about this, and you have one of the best gaming stores in Arkansas, one of the biggest, beautiful store. Can't knock that man hard work on this whole thing. Hey, it looks like a Nintendo Wonderland, an 8-bit 90s Wonderland, and all that stuff. And you say that I can't. My mind is breaking. 16 grand.
It ain't gonna last,
bruh.
Well, look, on another note, because I know y'all about to end the show, NERDSoul, even though I'm fashionably late and it's over with, you can still use any of that Honda footage or that Capcom collective footage. I sent you. Listen, I just want to say this about the collection because I didn't get to really go in. We'll do it another time, probably next week. Capcom Collection 2 is the bomb. I didn't like the first. I didn't even buy the first one. But the second one, look, I'm already gold rank on CVS 2. I done already ranked up to gold on Capcom versus SNK 2. And then y'all the ones talked me into it because I was playing the part 1. So I couldn't get no fights. But part 2, yo, you got the footage, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having a blast. That is like, I've been playing that more than Street Fighter 6, man. I got more footage that you ain't got, Mike. You know what I'm saying? I got more footage, like another hour worth of footage, because I just been I've been tagging them. I'm talking about, look, my Omega Rugal is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'll go into the particulars on another show because you know we about to end. But shout out to Capcom, y'all did it again. Didn't like the first collection. I ain't even purchase it because I didn't care for the selection of games, but the collection part 2, that's what's up. Y'all definitely check that out. Y'all out there in the fighting game community, in the gaming community that like the retro stuff, definitely check it out. I'm not a Power Stone person myself, but they got Power Stone 1 and 2, and they got Fighter. I think it's Capcom Fighting Evolution. That's actually pretty dope too, because you get to play with the dude from Red Earth, Leo, the little lion with the sword
the
and
lion
the shield.
dude, yeah.
And the little ninja guy, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I fox with it. I ain't got no matches yet, but I was in practice mode, really like doing it up. So it's a good selection of the game. It's dumb fun. It's nostalgia all over the place. The music is dope. All of the soundtrack is dope. You know, the buttons, like, of course, not in rank mode. You can't do one button supers and one button specials. But if you play in casual matches, you can set your buttons to just one button will do a special move, one button will do a super move, and you can set it to a specific super move, not a random one. Like you go to that screen and set it to, I want it to specifically do the Ultra Hadouken, and that's it, or the Ultra Dragon Punch for that button, and you'll know that that's the super move that's coming out by just tapping that one button. So if you got like a fight stick or a controller with like 12 buttons on it, like you can go to town on that joint. It's fun. It's fun to play. I definitely recommend it to y'all. Like I said, I got more to say. We ain't got time. I'm open mind. Follow me on Blue Sky Open Mind, spell it with a Y. Open Mind 82 on YouTube, and Open Mind, spell it with a Y, on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Check out the footage. Hope y'all like it. And I have plenty more footage, unseen fights that y'all need to check out.
Now, I will say this. I've been on Strive this evening. I wanted to see what Unica was about. And you know what I'm saying? She all right. She got a little something. I want to see how she stack up against Potemkin real quick.
Man, I gotta get on there, man. I gotta get on Strive. I've been so playing the collection so much. I have not touched Strive, but I'm aware of Unica. But I just have not seen her. I have not fought her. I ain't even played the game. I've been on the collection. So I got to jump on Strive to see what she looked like, to see how she fares up against Potemkin, because I don't even know yet.
She got a lot of stuff that seems invincible, but maybe I'm just not on it yet. But you know,
are you gonna play with her? You gonna play with her yourself?
Nah. I'm Faust all the way. We Faust in this house. You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Faust, the surgeon.
Ooh. Yeah, but Sin Kisuke is beating up on me right now. I'm on a floor I shouldn't be on.
What you mean? You did to put you up higher than you needed to be?
Nah, I went up to a floor I shouldn't be on.
No, you should be there. If the game puts you on that floor,
no, the game didn't put me on there. I'm just in here playing.
Oh,
that's what it is. That's how Strive is, man. Strive will put you on the floor if it feels as though you should be there. Like I remember when I repurchased it and I got back into it, and it take you to a tutorial. I tried to let the computer beat me, right? Like I just pressed jab, and just because I wanted to start off at the bottom, the joint still put me on the 9th floor. They were like, "Nah, we remember you. You're Potemkin. We put you on the 10th floor." Like I want to start at the bottom.
Shout out to them for not letting nobody smurf. I like that.
Right. Cool. I was trying to smurf. I ain't gonna lie. I know Coop is a smurf. Like he is prejudiced against Smurf. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this whooping. I was trying to start at the bottom because I hadn't played Strive in a year, and the tutorial thing, you know, it's you have to fight a tutorial match before you go into rank mode when you first purchase a copy of Strive. It's measuring your skill. So what I did was I lost on purpose, but I was actually doing anti-airs. I did a Potemkin slam one time, but then I still let the computer beat me, and they still put me on a 10th floor. It's like, nah, we know who you is.
See,
we know who you is. You ain't no scrub. We're gonna put you at the top.
This is why I'm anti-Smurf. Because I'm kind of a Smurf in reverse because I don't rank. So I'm not bragging, but I think I play better than my supposedly rank because people judge you by your rank. I don't play rank. I know I'm better than, say, Bronze 3. Slightly. I say I probably put myself in the top of, like in the middle of silver or something. At best. I ain't even going to overjudge myself. But with rivals with first-person shooters, quick play, everybody is now back in the gumbo pot. Whether if they new players or if they been like, let's say they stop and then they let their rank drop all the way down, or they got a Smurf account. We are all together in quick play. It's brutal. Open mind. It's this season 2.5 ever since what, Friday. It feel like forever. Season 2.5 started at Rivals Friday with Ultron. Oh my God, it's been hell. It's been either I got a lot of new people that want to play, or you greedy people who ain't never played no healer want to touch Ultron and don't be healing nothing. And then you can't shoot while you flying in the air getting towed up. Or I gotta go against the Ultron that gonna kill everybody. And then it's Ultron. Now, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in. It just I feel the pain of playing against. They got the three flyer meta. So I see Ultron and Tony Stark every single match, and then they throw in a Storm. But I tell you what, I am not a flyer. I am an anti-fly zone person.
Oh, not anti-fly zone.
Or I can keep. I get crazy about it. Like when I beat you and you got 3 flyers and I help destroy you, I'm going to type no fly zone because y'all get on my nerves. Y'all ain't got to play Ultron every single match, and y'all ain't got to play Tony Stark. I'm tired of the Unibeam. I'm sorry.
Oh boy!
But guess what? Jeff though, they gave his beam hurt, so now I just shoot water in the air and I make the flyers run away as much as I can. So unfortunately, y'all learn how to counter pick. It'll make your life a lot easier. It sometimes be that teammate that do the counter picking. You'll make everybody happier, even if they too stupid to see it and realize what effect you have on the game. I don't know why I could be sitting there doing good, then people want to give me some blaming. Like, do you not know I was shooting up the whole time to kill Tony Stark and Storm? I don't even like killing Storm, but I had to do it. Shout out to the black character. You know, they gave her a new fit. I don't like the hair, but shout out to my fellow streamer, to OG Bunny, if you hear this. You know, and I like to ask black women about black women because, hey, I said, how do you feel about Storm's new fit? So the clothes are cold, but they kind of did the bleach anime hair type of style, like braids too big, only like it's like that don't fit all on your head. And I get it, that's a crazy style. You know, I mean, if you're gonna be exaggerated, but like y'all, just shrink the braids a little bit. Her forehead can't handle all that. Like it's supposed to be locks. Instead, it look like what you call it? Like look like I don't know. It's too big curls. Just too. You got to see it. Just do Storm right, y'all. Do Storm right. But 2.5 is fun. Season 2.5 is fun, man. But it's hard. Like that's a game that is built. It is like a carnival game. It is built to you get too comfortable. Nope. They're gonna snatch away your favorite powers. They're gonna add powers to somebody else. And the joke is Luna Snow and Hawkeye are gonna keep and Hela gonna keep getting pumped up no matter what.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's a joke, but it kind of happens.
Well, as I wait for this player to rematch me, I don't know if they're gonna rematch me or not. But Coop, final thoughts. Well, you already gave final thoughts, so tell them where they can find you.
I'll just say you can find me, Keith Cooper, on Facebook, blurred.ish. You can find me on Twitch. I will be twitching again or streaming again because I finally got my internet fixed. So you can find that as well. You can find me on there. Next week, hopefully, we can talk about the Summer Games Fest and react to it just a little bit. I know it's intense. A lot of us gonna be going into that. Well, actually, no, it's next week, but it comes on Friday. And that's where we're gonna see a lot of trailers, a lot of stuff. Jeff Keighley about the E3, Mr. E3 killer. That's been a tradition, but it's actually, I know a lot of people be acting all stupid, but y'all be acting stupid. Like y'all see to see some new games, some dope stuff that's gonna happen. He's corporate, but it's a hell of a production.
It's what we got.
And it's like, but also go support the small indie devs because everybody use this as a kind of a coattail riding, but not in a bad way. There's gonna be big fest, big indie game fest. They are the devs, which is also Jeff Keighley, but it's smaller. They're gonna be the Mix, Y'all, if there's a game and there's a level of gaming that's not AAA, while y'all crying about $80 games, they got all these people out here in the next week that I swear that you can find something and quit crying about. Please get off your butt. If you like games, go find it. Because it's just ridiculous. Because I swear, the way some of these so-called gamers act, if it ain't by their favorite YouTube grifter, they don't look up or look around. Information is all out there. Try something new.
And get the Nintendo Switch. Get it. It's okay.
Or get something on your computer or your PS5 that's indie and try something different.
Try something different. Stop playing with Ryu and Ken all day. Do you know I'm still fighting Ken and Ryu even on the Capcom collection?
No, hold on. Now, in all honesty, there's still characters in the game. I mean, you still, you know what I'm saying?
But bro, you mean to tell me you spent, whoever you are out there listening, you spent the $100 on Street Fighter 6 to play with Ryu. You spent the $30 on the Capcom Fighting Collection with all these different games just to play with Ryu. Stop it. There are other characters in the roster. Play with somebody else. Come on, FGC. Dang. Hadouken. Come on, bro. How many Hadoukens you gonna throw?
All you Spider-Man players, quit taking over Ultron. Quit playing Ultron all the time. Tired of seeing Ultron every match. Tired of seeing different match. I agree with Open Mind.
All right, I'm gonna give them a little bit of leeway. Here's why. Strive is the first Guilty Gear game I've ever played seriously. But you best believe the next Guilty Gear game they come out with, I'm playing with Faust. I ain't playing with ain't nobody else. So I mean, say if Ryu's their guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they should, you know what I'm saying? But if that's their guy, they gotta play. They don't know how to play nobody else. What they gonna play with Vega? You know what I'm saying? They don't know nobody.
Hold on, nerd. That's their guy. That's 90% of the FGC. Okay, so from a Strive perspective, it's Soul Bad Guy and Kai.
True. All right, I'll give you that.
You see what I'm saying? From the perspective, okay, Mortal Kombat, which is about to die. But let's just mention it. Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Why are they making all these characters? Why do they put Conan the Barbarian in there and Terminator and all these characters, and they still playing with Scorpion and Sub-Zero? It's like, okay, we get it. You know how to play with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, Ken and Ryu, Soul and Kai. But there are other characters. They just released Unica, but they're still playing with Soul Bad Guy. See what I'm saying? Like they're not coming off of the character that's on the front of the box. So it's like, like, what are y'all doing? Jin and Kazuya on Tekken 8. Like, what are y'all doing?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even play Tekken. I just watch friends play Tekken 7 when it came out, and I saw enough Jin for the rest of my life. Like, I get it. I guess he Jin and then, and his daddy and his grandpa, they the logos, but god dang. Like, shout out to you, Grampy Black, for playing the bear. Seeing you beat up people with the bear and jumping around biting them. Much fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah, God. Like, how fast is Johnny?
Johnny is ridiculous.
This man is all over the place.
But I feel like I'd rather fight Johnny than Soul Bad Guy and Kai, though. Because if 90% of my matches is Soul and Kai, I'd rather fight Johnny. Yeah, I know Johnny is ridiculously fast and OP and cheap, but give me Johnny all day long so I ain't got to deal with Soul Bad Guy and Kai. Not that I can't beat those characters. It's just that that is the majority of the people who frequent said game. They're playing with the two flagship characters. In the case of Street Fighter, Ken and Ryu. In the case of Strive, Soul and Kai. In the case of Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. In the case of
a good fighter for tournaments, because there's always gonna be that dude that's gonna pick up the most obscure person and beat the hell out of you because you ain't played them. So you ain't played.
No one really knows the matchup. Like who's the dude that got the funeral casket or whatever in this game? I can't remember his name. Like
I know you're talking about.
Like Gold Man or something, or whatever his name is.
I know you're talking about.
Oh man. But anyway, here, I'll give my final thoughts. Mortal Kombat, We hate to see it, y'all. We hate to see it. You know what I'm saying?
I love to see it.
You know what I'm saying? You're a well-known fixture in the FGC.
For now.
but man, can't nobody be paying $30 for one character, bruh.
So now it was $30 for one character?
It wasn't 30. I'm being facetious.
Oh, I'm about to say, yeah.
What was it? I think it was $20 for. Was it $20 for Terminator? How much was it? I want to say it was 20.
15. It was $15.
Sorry,
15 with tax, so it's like 16 and 17 some change. So if you break a 20, you spend $20. So yeah, it's about that.
But anyway, I hate to see it. Rivals, of course, is good. It's Marvel, so I'm happy to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they doing anything. I mean, even though I'm not playing it, but I'm still happy to see it.
When you go play it, Mike?
I might play it one day. I might play it.
Just we'll die together. This is okay. Shout out to one of your followers. I don't know. Hopefully he dropped me. I was trying to find him. Like, we played. I know we had a bad run. I'm sorry, man. I mean, he was like, you was screwed. He dropped me off. Ooh, shout out to him. We played. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I guess we got the bad luck when you picked red with me this time.
I'm trying to beat this Johnny player. I'm trying to pull out all my stops right now. Hold up. Oh, those cards float in the air? Man, all right, look. So
anytime I play with Coop on Marvel Rivals, me and Coop be going on win streaks. Like we lose some, but me and Coop be when me and Coop team up, whenever we do team up, when I seldom get on,
you gotta get back on.
We'll play like 10 matches, we'll win 7 out of 10. Me and Coop don't play, bro.
It's a little different now. Now I ain't gonna lie, I got my tank skills up because I just have left DPS alone because Penny. Penny. They got a Penny and Rocket team up where you can actually make more webs now and more bombs, and it is so fun, y'all. You know who's as much as I love killing Spider-Man, you know who has the most stylistic death? One I feel sorry about because shout out to the King T'Challa, but Magic players are meatheads. Y'all swear y'all gonna roll people with that big anime sword and whack me up in there. Y'all, if I'm on webs and you ain't killed the spider nest, guess what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna be blasting off like Team Rocket, making her do cartwheels in the air. Magic deaths. Her sword be going one way, her body be spinning the other. I'd be like, dang, Magic, what you doing, baby? I'm over here. I'm invincible almost with Penny, and you're trying to attack me directly. You're not faster than auto mines.
Shouts to Penny Proud, but nah.
Black Panther, Black Panther.
Look, the game's still made by Chinese people. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, you either have to be top. You got to be top of the top to really roll.
You know they ain't really gonna give him no love.
They made him hard to play. Bro, it's skill. The skill floor for him is so high.
Yo.
to be good.
Anyway, look, let's see. Mortal Kombat, we hate to see it. Guilty Gear Strive, I'm glad that you 4 or 5 years strong or whatever, you still going. Hey, look, that's how you do it. Street Fighter 6, y'all still doing y'all thing, man. I see y'all got the new suits out. Bison, y'all said y'all won't gonna have Bison, but you got Bison anyway. But you got Bison out there looking good. You got Mai. Y'all know what y'all's gonna do with her, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
Six about to make a ton of money because of Nintendo Switch Day.
Yeah, and Nintendo Switch, man, come on. Now, as far as the people that lost their orders, y'all be all right. Y'all, trust me, Nintendo will have the Switch for all y'all. So, that said, look, Nintendo is not going to lose no money. If somebody wants a Switch, they will make sure that they have a Switch available for those people that want it. You trust me, Nintendo will make it happen.
Will it be tariff induced or affected?
Oh, yeah.
Now they will make them.
I don't know.
That's what we try to get them done.
But with that said, of course, thank y'all for rolling through. Any game stuff y'all want to chat about, holla at us. NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz until the next time when I get Capcom Fighting Collection Part 2. Because I have Capcom Fighting Collection Part 1, but Part 2 has Capcom versus SNK 2, which is the very first game I ever entered a tournament in. It hurt my feelings, but I did play.
Well,
Oh, I have never been beat so bad. But anyway, that's a story for another time. Until next time, of course, this is us to you saying thank you for rolling through and peace.
Peace. And if you're in the chat, you want to talk some of the Games Fest, let us know, man. We like to talk those events. And
yeah, you know what I'm saying? We'll run it back. If y'all want us to talk about games, we'll run it back.